Hello, my name is Sally Axworthy and I'm the British Ambassador to the Holy See. The Holy See is the headquarters of the Catholic Church worldwide. So I'm going to tell you what an ambassador is and what an ambassador does. An ambassador is someone who represents their country to another country abroad. I'm sent by the Queen to represent my country to the Holy See, which is headed up by the Pope. So when I got here, I had to present my credentials, that's my letter from the Queen, to the Pope, and then he accepts me as a representative of my country. So you might like to know what I do in my working day. So in the morning I come into the office and I read the information that's come in from other embassies around the world, telling me what's going on so that I can keep myself completely up to date. Then I might go out and see somebody in the Vatican. I might go and call on a cardinal to get to know them and get to know the work of their ministry. I might host a lunch for a visiting delegation from the UK. So say a minister's coming or somebody who works with the Catholic Church. I might host a lunch or an event for them. Sometimes we go to Mass in the Vatican because the Vatican always celebrates everything with masses, so I spend quite a lot of time in Mass. And then sometimes I go to receptions to mark other countries' national days. So when they have their annual celebration, they will hold a reception, and I go to quite a few of those. So every day is very varied. It's up to me. My responsibility is to know the Vatican very well, so I have to go and meet as many people as I can and try to get to know everybody. And then in that way, I can build the relationship between the UK and the Vatican and make sure that we're working together on the issues that matter to us both. So as an ambassador, it's important to know a lot about your own country and the organisation that you're representing. So I spend time each year in the UK and I spend time in my ministry making sure I'm up to date with their policies so that I can represent them properly to the Holy See. But an ambassador also needs to know about the place to which they're sent. So I and my embassy follow what happens in the Holy See, and we try to get to know all the important people there so that we can understand what their policies are and what they're doing. So effectively, we're a bridge between the UK and the Holy See, and we try to work on the relationship to make it the best it can be and to make sure that the two countries understand each other and work together on the issues which are important to us both. So I work with the Holy See on the issues that are important to both us and to them. And that's things like combating modern slavery. In the world today, there are possibly over 40 million people who are working in slavery. And the Catholic Church has a very important role to play in putting an end to that. So we have worked with the religious sisters who are supporting the victims of slavery. When they escape, they often look after them. And the British government has provided training to the religious sisters so that they can do that in a more professional way. We also work with the Holy See on protecting the planet against climate change. The Foreign Office, my ministry, has an initiative to get rid of all single-use plastics from its operations by next year. And the Vatican is also doing a greening programme where they're replacing plastics. They're putting in more environmentally friendly heating and lighting. They're greening their car fleet. And so we've got lots of interests in common, and we are collaborating on those issues. Sometimes it means speaking up when you don't agree. So we don't agree with the Holy See on everything they do, and they don't always agree with us. An example of that is nuclear weapons. We have a nuclear deterrent, but the Pope says that the possession of nuclear weapons is immoral. So we have a dialogue on nuclear weapons, and we explain our positions to each other. We explain why we have one and why we think it increases our security, and the Vatican explains their position to us. So sometimes being an ambassador means talking about issues that are difficult to talk about and where you don't agree.